counting on gimbals and drones. The EOS C70 houses.
Okay, I think you get the message for what my episode's about right now, so let's kick it. Hello, my fellow artistes. This is Lorenz Photo, and welcome to my channel. Today's topic, as you saw in the intro, it's about the amount of camera releases that has happened this year. Canon, Nikon, Sony, all released great amount of cameras. Canon, mostly. You know, they released the R5, R6, C70, I think it's coming out next month or next year. I know they announced another camera that's coming out next year. I think it's the C50. Sony dropped the A7S Mark III, which people have been asking for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. They also dropped the Sony FX6. Actually not dropped. I think that's coming out next month as well. And Nikon, Fuji, they all, they've been releasing cameras like crazy. Now, I'm a man of versatility. I like items that can do multiple things, and camera gear is no exception. My GH5 is that particular item. It does everything I need to do. Everything. Whether it's shooting 24, 4K, 60, 180 frames, whatever. Flat profile, unlimited recording, great lens choices from Canon glass to just Micro Four Thirds to vintage. It could do everything I needed to do. That's what I love about this camera so much. This was actually my first, I would like to say my first big boy camera. Beforehand, I had rocked the Canon 7D for about 4 or 5 years. It was my baby. I loved it so much because of the fact that it came with me through the journey of learning how to be, learning how to shoot. I was a photographer with this camera. I was a filmmaker with this camera, and I shot everything. When in terms of film, I shot short films, I shot parties, I shot interviews. It helped me learn about framing, composition. It was a beautiful camera. I love that camera very much. But I also felt that I needed to, get something else that was gonna allow me to extend my creative juices. So, the GH5 was perfect. The other problem I have with this is that I think with all these camera drops, I think sometimes people forget that cameras are just a tool. There are other tools that we need to make our art come to life. If you're a photographer, you need a good set of lenses as well as good lighting, and that goes for filmmakers too. And lastly, for mostly filmmakers, you need good audio. Without good audio, you ain't nothing because no one can hear you. Now, don't get me wrong. I think all these cameras that are coming out this year are beautiful, and actually, with the GH5, we're gonna hold on to this for a little while. But never know. Maybe another year or two, I might decide to move up and get something else. Something like a red Komodo, or maybe a Sony FX6. See what else happens in the near future. So, in conclusion, this is what I believe: learning. Learn your art first. If you have a good grasp on your art, then go out and buy the tool. If you can afford the tool. If you can't afford the tool, then don't buy it. Get something different. Maybe there's something lower budget. Like the GH5. It's expensive, still $1,300, but compared to maybe $6,000 or $7,000, guess what's more affordable? And again, even though this is a 3-year camera, it still holds up. A lot of good cameras holds up. The A7S Mark II still holds up. The GH4 still holds up. Then there's the Canon series. You can still get the Canon 5D Mark IV. That still holds up. The mirrorless and the Sony mirrorless cameras, the Canon. Whatever you decide to choose, make sure it's the right tool for you. Make sure it's within your budget. Because if you spend so much on the body of the camera, then you won't have no money left over for other things. And you need those other things. If you're a photographer, you need good lenses and good lighting. If you're a filmmaker, you need good lenses, good lighting, and audio. So keep that in mind. So again, thank you very much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Peace.